Good evening, people. Thank you for joining us on another episode. It's been a pretty good week.
It's been a great week.
Why great? Why great?
Because we bought more alcohol. That's why.
True. We did get more alcohol. All right, guys. This will be the first actual episode. It's actually a segment that we've been wanting to do for a while.
Yeah, true.
We just didn't really know what the title couldn't be. But it's actually called Stories from the South. You want to give them a little background on what exactly we're going to be talking about?
Just what the fuck's... Well, technically we're Mexican, right? And most of our audience are Mexicans. So why not tell them about shit what's going on in Mexico? Shit, the news, stories, whatever, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's where we travel the most. True that?
Put the mic a little bit more up right here. This would be kind of parallel.
There we go.
No, you have to push
Higher?
it up. Yeah, because the recording's like right here.
What about there?
See
Cool.
how the difference?
Yeah, you're right. I got you.
All right. But yeah, guys. So this is going to be all stories basically from Mexico. What's
Or
going
news.
on.
Yeah.
Politics, news, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Serial killers.
Especially all the times that we've traveled. You've traveled down there. We've met a lot of people. We've met in... a lot of interesting characters. But not only that, all the stories they tell us that, at the moment they don't seem real. But later on, you actually find out that the shit that guy was talking about was fucking true.
Roger that.
So yeah, definitely it's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm really looking forward to it.
Are you paying attention to those elections they're having down there?
I'm be honest, no, I have not.
Yeah, it's pretty getting interesting, man.
What's going on?
I don't know. What's it called? Morena political group. They're trying to win a bunch of governorships. So right now it's a dangerous time to be a politician in Mexico, man. You know how many of those have been killed in the last 6 months since like these elections officially started?
When you mean politicians, are you talking about like also like just governors, senators?
I'm talking about like
everyone.
Everyone. There's been like over 200 of those like politicians killed. I'm talking like local deputies, diputados locales, a couple senators, candidates for office. Dude, It's bad right now.
Now, here's another question.
What's up?
Are the killings happening, or they feel like the ones who are orchestrating the kills? Is it from party to party, or is it?
You know what? That's a good question.
Or is it narco related, where it's like, hey,
you know what? That's a good question, because technically at the local level, well, if you're like a local like cartel, you want a politician on your side, and maybe the ones that are fighting you want the other one. So it's rough. You gotta play pretty rough to be a politician. You gotta that's pretty dangerous.
That is my question when it comes.
You gotta
to
worry about the what's it called? People that want to rival politicians, cartels. They can elections are a dangerous time, man.
Yeah. If all people haven't seen, there's a miniseries and there's also a documentary, 1996.
94, you mean?
Oh, is it 96?
On Netflix,
94,
yeah.
94.
Oh, watch that. That's a great documentary. That's pretty solid right there.
What's it about? I know what it's about, but
it's basically the story of Luis Donaldo Colosio. He was running for president in 94, and basically, got killed by his own party. Well, people that say they don't know, they say it was one person decided, he was crazy and he shot but I think the story is much deeper than that. And I think every Mexican accepts it that there's a conspiracy to kill him. But, that's how it is. It's rough being a politician in Mexico. In that conspiracy,
do they kind of know who kind of orchestrated, or is it just everybody?
They kind of know. Like, you can connect the dots, You can connect the dots.
Can we say the conspiracy, like who they pinpointed on, or?
Well, they say it was his own party who killed him. The PRI, his own party, people, he wanted change, and a lot of the old dinosaurs in that party didn't want change, He got rid of them, man. It's really documentary. It's good, It can teach you a lot about the inner workings of being a politician in Mexico. Well, they called, the PRI, they called it the perfect dictatorship. They're in power for like 80 years. Through Reagan elections and stuff like that. So
yeah, that is.
Yeah, it's kind of rough though, man. But it's tough their elections, That's when people really. That's when a lot of people they're gonna have power, local, a lot of people. A lot of people make money during elections like that because, you think the government gives them money. Each political candidate gets a certain amount of money to run.
Yeah,
and a lot of people they blow half of it on stuff, and the other half they keep it themselves. So it's pretty interesting though. It's even gonna get worse though as the elections come. I think the elections are June 1st. Yeah, it's very dangerous to be a politician right now. Very.
Yeah, no, it is crazy. Especially when I watched a little bit of the documentary and also the series, where it's just like, damn, imagine in that time. Because I mean, they have the footage is even crazy.
Mm-hmm.
The footage of Colosio getting assassinated.
Yeah, they should. Oh yeah, freaking almost they put a big old hole in his head. That guy had no chance to make it. What can you do, man? That's Mexico, man. And it's getting worse though, man.
It is.
It's bad. It's all because they're fighting for that damn retail. You know, because Mexico has there's a lot of drug abuse in Mexico.
Is that really?
Yeah,
more than the U.S.
It's about there. It's getting there. Tell you that it's getting bad.
What are the? Well, what's the?
Well, they fight.
Well, drug of choice.
Well, it's not really well, everybody knows the border states. Well, yeah, but also like cities, like tourist locations. If you have like Cancun, right? That's like number one tourist spot for people. So all those tourists, they're all doing drugs, and if you're selling to them, you're making outrageous money, and that's what they fight for. They don't really fight for like territory. They fight. It's all controlling the retail drug market, like the selling of drugs inside like clubs and restaurants and bars. That's because technically they're just making money all day. People are always drinking. People are always
partying.
Exactly. Well, look at like Tijuana, and look like what's it called, Ensenada, and all that. There's a bunch of tourists that go there, man. A lot of tourists go there, and a lot of clubs and parties and. Mm-hmm. And that place is bad right now.
And not only that, we Mexicans have we have a reputation of always partying for every little thing.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Someone has a 1 year birthday party. I guess
Mm-hmm.
For different cultures around, it's different. But for Mexicans, it's usually like
even at funerals, people are wasted.
We get together, we drink beer, we drink liquor, we do all this, we get wasted.
It's funny because one time I saw where I used to live, like we lived in a lot of freaking Mexicans there. Dude, they had a funeral like in front of the house.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and like everyone from the family was there, and all you see, everybody's bringing either bottled water or beer. It was crazy. People were hammered all day. You can hear music, because it was I think it was a older gentleman had passed away, but he had all his sons there, so it was kind of yeah, they were hammered, so. That was crazy though, but yeah,
I have actually a crazy theory when it comes to why we party so much. Well, a lot of our relatives, I never heard them go to the bar.
Mm-hmm.
You really didn't hear that. I never heard none of my uncles saying they went to the bar. Very few of them actually did go.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's more popular in bigger cities,
yeah,
in small towns.
But in small towns, like we're especially with our family, it's like, I'm gonna go to the bar. So whenever they got a chance to get together, it was a chance to drink.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I feel like any little occasion that was their bar.
Yeah,
the family to get together, reason to drink because I got my D&D.
Yeah, that's true. That's
it.
Dude, people do drink a lot over there. A lot.
And not only that, it's everywhere. If you come here in California, everybody drinks at a party, baby shower, all this, like beer, this, and that's more especially for the Hispanic culture.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, I agree with you. But down there, it's they just drink a lot, and the tourists go there and just, well, dude, you popping some beer. That place is like. There's like 3,000 people go there like every week.
Imagine the market there for Coke. Mm-hmm. Imagine the market there. Whoever
dude, Shoreline Mafia was there like 3 nights straight. They sold that every day.
Who controls that area right now?
You know what? I don't know who really controls it, but it's a what's it called? It's a clash between what's it called? Like local ones, like Arellano Felix people, Cartel de Sinaloa people. It's like a mission. Right now there's it's really bad right there because there's a lot of it's getting pretty violent right there right now because they're fighting for that retail.
Yeah.
Well, if you own not necessarily you own the clubs, but if you own the people that are selling there, dude, you're gonna make money all day.
True.
That's what they really fight for control. They want the retail market. They want that. Well, let's say you live in a town of let's say of 100,000 people, right?
Yeah.
And 10% of those people use drugs a lot. That's 10,000 people. So that's a lot of people that are constantly, doing drugs, and especially around like festivals. Like,
not only that, and a majority of them are tourists. How you said
exactly. That's what they're really
and the
fighting
tourists
for.
just spend money. They don't care. They want to get fucked.
Exactly. Look how packed Cancun is right now. Last couple of months because of the whole COVID stuff. Those people they got all the rooms booked, and people there just
But
it's like the perfect getaway.
It reminds me. I don't know how many people actually know this, but it reminded me because you said Los Arellano.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that when we were watching, I forgot what documentary it was, but when they got Ramon on the what show was it? Was it
it's the Letterman show?
The Letterman show?
Yeah.
It's crazy how his cameraman's following this guy with the Jordan jersey. He has this fucking this
he had like a wig on and a hat.
He had a wig on, but his disguise.
Yeah, it was horrible.
He was chunky, but he had this like not Napoleon style. He had kind of what's that mushroom head style hair that little kids have when they're young. Yeah. And he has the hat, and this cameraman's following him around,
asking if he's Michael Jordan or something like that.
And he's just speaking Spanish the whole time. Yeah. But when you see it, you're like, this guy is wanted by the DEA. He is literally on their list. He literally has one of the worst disguises.
Yeah, he's sticking like a sore thumb.
He makes it on the Howard Letterman, and the fact that they didn't even know anything until most likely later on who they really got on camera, it's just crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a crazy video on the internet. I never knew that video was on YouTube.
I feel like even that was crazier than when Pablo took the picture in front of the White House.
Mm-hmm. No, I think both of them are pretty.
They are.
Was he already wanted when he took that picture?
I don't know. I don't know if he was wanted or not. Because if he was wanted, it'll be hard. I really don't know.
The passport system was more different back there. You could probably sneak through there more.
True.
So it's a little more. Now it's way harder.
But remember, that video went on to national television.
I know, huh?
So that's what makes this crazy. This story even crazy. And if you guys don't believe me, go on YouTube, look up Ramon. It was Ramon, right?
Yeah.
Look up Ramon Arellano on the David Letterman show.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that shit.
That was crazy.
That's probably one of the craziest stories.
That's
it's up there.
He had a worse disguise hiding. But honestly, you couldn't recognize him from the because he was so kind of, he was a little bit overweight.
Especially from the distance. From a distance, you couldn't until you got close, and you saw his complexion. You saw the facial features.
Mm-hmm.
It was him.
Mm.
Imagine.
Do you watch the Narcos show?
Yeah.
Do you watch the Mexico one?
Yeah, I like.
When's that new one gonna come out?
I thought it was supposed to come out this year.
I don't know.
Because they said it was coming out this year with the in
the fall, isn't it?
I think in the fall, because I think that drops close around the same time that the new Stranger Things.
Oh, hey man, if you want a good show on, after kind of like like Narcos, watch Amazon's version of that. It's called 000. That show is fire. Great show. I finished it last week.
What's the story? What's the basis?
Basically, it's kind of basically like the movie Traffic. It's like the story of 3 different people, all connected by the drug market. But it's kind of basically on the rise of like Los Zetas. So honestly, it's pretty fire. You should really check it out. It's pretty cool.
Does it have any characters that you like kind of?
It's kind of loosely. Well, you could tell. Well, they're ex-military and they start.
I know.
It's kind of loosely.
Like, is there any of the characters on the show remind you of some of the actual ones, like El Zeta-1 or?
Yeah, probably like the main leader, like Lascano or something. Yeah, a lot of that. It's a really good show, man. Yeah, that guy would straight up like cook, like eat people. Isn't that crazy? Like the main leader of Los Zetas, Gilberto Lascano, like he would invite people over and he'd have someone he's gonna kill, so they would just get him drunk and then they'd chop him up and feed him to people. Nah. Like he would make he would feed people like person he just like killed. He was pretty. There were those guys were out there. They were pretty out there. That's disgusting, huh?
Dude, that's just sick.
Guy was, yeah. He'd invite people. He'd make sure that I read it in a book that he'd make sure that the person wasn't scared or nothing like that.
Was in a book.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's a lot of books on those guys. I read it.
True.
It was,
but it's weird how like
it's crazy how he's a cannibal. A lot of them were cannibals. Like they would feed even to like soldiers or politicians. They'd invite them to his parties and they would did not know they were eating people.
Yeah. Didn't one of them also would eat the heart or something like that? He'd go back to like some like Aztec ways or some shit.
I think they would follow that stuff.
I don't know if it was Lascano, but I know I read it had to be one of those guys.
They were really into that stuff, man. Then like Santeria, that's like big in the what's it called down there in Mexico.
Hey, but
but
give thanks to who was the one who created La Seta? Was it Ociel?
Yeah,
he was the one that basically kind of like
he started the whole hiring like what's it called,
ex-military.
Yeah, that really changed everything down there.
Shoot. I didn't know when he got caught there was a big old gun battle. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he shot it out for a while.
Yeah, I was seeing some footage of it, and damn, man, they really didn't. He didn't really. He didn't want to get. That guy's
locked up in the same jail Chapo's at. He's at that one.
He's in Denver.
He's in Colorado. Not in Denver. It's in Colorado.
Well, that's what I meant. You know what I mean, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
Dick.
You know what's even more crazier? You know how they grow coca plants in Colombia and like Peru down there?
Yeah.
Dude, they're starting to find coca grows in Mexico.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, in Guerrero. I saw that. I saw a report on YouTube about it. I didn't think any.
How
the hell is that even possible? Isn't that only specific to like the South American environment?
True, but maybe it's some genetically modified shit, dude. I mean,
they got money. I think it is. You're right.
I mean, you forget like a lot of pills, like stuff like that. Mexico fucking has their own scientists that fucking recreate
that's
shit.
Crazy though. Can you believe that? Imagine Mexico becomes like producer like that, like Bolivia and Colombia.
Dude, imagine what's gonna happen. That might make the price go down some, maybe. If you think about it, because they don't have to go through the whole logistics of doing it how they were doing it before, having to cross so many different countries, or even having to.
Did you ever see that one report about those missing students down there? It's a documentary on Netflix. It's pretty fire.
I've seen it. I've seen it on there. I've been wanting to. I was one day gonna watch it, but I forgot.
It's actually pretty. It's crazy.
What's it called?
I think it's called El Paso de la Tortuga or something like that. Something like that.
Hey, that sounds fire.
Yeah, those students, they got picked up. It's so obvious they got picked up by the government, and the government got rid of them. I think there was within the groups or like infiltrators of the local cartels were fighting, and they just got caught up. Got caught up, and I think so because I was reading a report that most of them like they have evidence that they were most likely burned inside they were burned at the military base.
Yeah.
Because they what's it called? They did a trace to one of the last known phone like signals was coming from the military base.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah. So they think, and guess what they have on that military base? They have a crematory, the one when you like can like burn people. So that's what I think would happen there, man. I think those kids just got caught up in a
situation
in a bad I'm at the wrong place at the wrong time. But it's pretty common down there though, man. People get disappeared left and right down there. There's like over like 150,000 missing people down there.
Holy shit.
But I think a lot of those are just like a lot of people. Those probably were like gunmen or got killed in a big shootout and like were buried someplace. You know, what do you think?
Hey, it's possible.
Because there's a lot of missing people down there, man. That's crazy how much people are missing down there. I don't think a lot of foreigners don't really go missing like that. But it's just mostly like just people get caught up. You know.
Damn. So basically, it was most likely the fault of a few that everybody got fucking
basically. Yeah.
See, this is why it's always fucking. You gotta be careful down there who you really hang out with, because one person can really, you know. Yeah, I try to tell this to people a lot too that travel down there. Like, hey, like you may, you know, if you're a tourist, they're not really gonna do anything to you. Yeah. But the one thing you gotta do is you gotta be careful who you hang out with, because tourists or not, if you're hanging out with someone, you may be just get caught in the crossfire. Yeah. Where they're trying to smoke them, and next thing you know, you're in there.
That's true. We should start
I think there was this one story. I remember I was reading on an article that was saying about it was a tourist who got killed.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know exactly where. I don't know who he was from. I think he was from like Colorado. He was visiting, but what was crazy is he had been there like maybe like a week and a half, 2 weeks, right? Yeah. But I guess he goes down there and he's visiting family like always, you know. But I guess his cousin was into some shit.
He got caught up, huh?
Because his cousin was into some shit. I guess they were already looking for him. And I think it was I had seen this about 2 years ago. And I don't know exactly what car, because his cousin had 3 cars.
Yeah.
His cousin had 3 cars, right? So he took one of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess the persons who they were looking for,
Mm-hmm.
they knew which all his 3 cars. So they were always waiting for him.
Yeah.
But he would never drive them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, from what I hear from the report, a lot of people say that when during that time he wouldn't drive none of them. He'll either go by taxi or by this, like try to stay low key, right? Well, I guess when his cousin goes down, his cousin asks, "Hey, can I drive that car?" Because I think it was a BMW, it was an X5, because he had a truck, he had a classic truck, and one was an exotic, which was an X5, and I guess his cousin had never really driven an X5, the BMWs, so he asked him to use it. Well, you know, he didn't want to say no to his cousin, but also, you know, he just said, "Oh yeah, go ahead," and he ends up grabbing the car. Maybe about 5-6 miles down the road, he gets smoked.
Ooh.
But they
blasted him.
Yeah, but they weren't going for him.
Yeah, they killed they're looking for that car, huh?
They were looking for the car.
Got missed. Wrong place at the wrong time.
And that's the thing that I try to tell her. It's like, it's really not dangerous down there. You just got to make sure, don't hang out with nobody that if, you know. You gotta pick who you really hang out with. They may be your family, but you don't know who your family's also fucking with.
Yeah, that's true, man. Damn, that's rough. Poor guy. But that's true. You gotta be careful who you
gotta be careful
who you mess around with, man.
And don't drive.
They'll catch you slipping down there.
Don't drive anybody's car. Unless you can verify, like, hey, this person, you know, if it's a really like old vehicle where it's like maybe it's one of your uncles, that's his working truck or some shit, maybe because, you know,
I saw one time
not everybody's in.
Yeah I saw a weird report that like 2 years ago they caught this serial killer in Mexico City. This guy was like grabbing like girls off the street, him and his girlfriend, and they were like getting girls, and they would like get them drunk, and then he would straight up like kill them and eat them.
Damn. Yeah, what was this?
I think they call him El Monstruo de Catepec or something like that. Yeah, this guy, I saw like a little brief documentary of him. His interview when he's getting interviewed by the police. Dude, that guy looks like he's not there. He's like, yeah, I did it. I don't like none of them.
Schizophrenic?
Like he's schizophrenic, and he looks like he talks like he has like a lot of hatred towards women. I don't know.
Oh shit.
Or maybe he got like freaking beat up or something by when he was a little kid or something. But this guy was.
Who knows?
Yeah, that was happening in Mexico City. That's fuck. Damn. Ooh.
Mexico City's a place where you got to be very careful there.
Oh yeah, there's some areas there you don't want to step a foot. There's some areas, a lot of nice areas, some nice areas,
yeah,
a lot of okay safe areas, but a lot of areas like, nah, don't step a foot there. But as long as you stick to the tourist locations, like I'm pretty sure you'll be fine. Like they're not gonna mess with you, but don't go into like the little
alleys
and little neighborhoods,
and especially when you go to the tourist areas, like, you know, you gotta a lot of people also have to understand, like in the big tourist areas, that's where they have the most protection, because you're messing with the economy.
Yeah,
you don't want to mess. You touch that, you're opening up a can of
actually when I go there, I want to visit that little island of dolls. Have you seen that? It's like a little island, and where there's the little canals with you. There's like little, I don't know what they're called, like little boats or something like that. Yeah, there's a little doll there. Like there's a little island there. It's full of a bunch of old, like the owner would always collect dolls, and I heard it's haunted as fuck. Like a bunch of like ghost adventures have been down there.
Oh shit!
A bunch of like haunted shows have gone there. It's pretty tight. I'd like to go there at least once.
Yeah, that won't be bad.
It's a lot of. They say it's a lot of paranormal too, because there's water all around. There are a bunch of like little canals and stuff like that. Those canals, like they date way back to the Aztecs. So even during the Revolutionary War, they threw a bunch of dead bodies in there. So imagine how haunted.
That sounds like
that place is.
That sounds like La Llorona territory right there, bro.
Yeah, basically, yeah, yeah. That's how it is. There's those canals. Like, there's a lot of history with those canals. That's where people just throw bodies at, and that's how they say. You know, most areas where there's running water,
stay clear.
It's like a freaking, what's it called? It's like an attraction for like paranormal activities.
Yeah.
Weird shit. It's like some weird like thing about running water and water attracts.
I think because of the energy that can produce running water. Yeah. Because of all the friction, especially.
Yeah. And that place, dude, they would throw bodies there during the Mexican Revolution. The same canal. So imagine how many bodies are not laying around there.
And how many bodies haven't been thrown since that day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you go back in time, you go through all the narco wars that's been happening since what, 80s maybe?
Dude, there's probably a lot of people buried in the deserts.
But it's crazy that we talk about the Narcos. Just brief before we end this episode, how it's evolved. If you go back to the 80s and 90s, there's really like what, maybe 2 or 3 groups.
Yeah, it was more controlled by the government.
More controlled. Now it feels like it's a free for all.
Yeah, I think at one point the government, like or mid 2000s, the government kind of
they lost.
They lost it. It's like a virus.
They let it grow too much.
It's infected too much. It's like the virus is already in the computer too much, and like
let's just hope it doesn't become another Somalia.
So I won't go that bad.
No, it won't go that bad. I'm just saying.
A lot of people call Culiacan Somalia, so maybe it's already there. I don't know.
Hey, in 2009 it was that bad.
Yeah, it got bad. Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, geez. Those are some good future stories to tell about.
Oh, there's so many stories there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got so many stories. I'm telling you, this segment that we wanted to do, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. This is just a little brief that we really just wanted to touch really base, kind of go on everything about what's gonna be happening.
Yeah, because we live so close to there.
Exactly.
We're there in 6 hours.
Not only that, the stories that we have that we've been able to gather, and also that we've read on books and articles and everything. It's like these stories date back from what, 60s, 70s?
Yeah. It's pretty.
We have stories from the 60s all the way to now. So I'm telling you guys, this is going to be a good segment for those who are really intrigued and maybe want to know more about it.
Yeah, true that. Hells yeah.
And especially, with the narco series, there's
becoming more mainstream.
Becoming more mainstream. And not only
people
that,
want to see that shit.
Not only that, from the stories that we've gathered, from the people we've met, and the articles we've read, from also the books we've read, from everything.
Yeah, hells yeah.
Dude, like, we can tell you what we might, I'm not going to say it's 100%, but we can probably give you like a 7%. Like, that was kind of bullshit. This is what they say. This is what the people said actually happened. This is what this reporter actually said actually happened. So it's going to be good.
Yeah.
It's going to be fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I'm actually very intrigued and very...
That's good, Randy. Let's go. Wrap it up.
I just did.
All right, cool.
No, I'm just kidding. But as always, guys, thank you guys for listening. We're greatness in one at a time. And don't forget, you can listen to these episodes Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, CastBox, on a lot of major platforms. Google,
everywhere.
Wait, what?
No, I'm just joking.
There's only one Blockbuster left.
Yeah, I know.
We gotta go there.
Yeah, we gotta go there at least once.
We gotta go there. But yeah, definitely, guys. You can catch these on all major platforms. If you want the videos, it's on YouTube. But if you guys just like the audio, sometimes like me when I'm driving,
yeah, go on Spotify,
iTunes, everywhere.
I thought you had to pay for that, but you get it free. So it's free. Get it for free.
Yeah. Oh wait, it is free, but that's if you listen to the commercials.
Yeah, listen to commercials.
If you listen to commercials, it's free. So I'm telling you,
a minute commercial to get it for free. Exactly. Yeah, save the money, get it for free.
Also, you can download CastBox. CastBox is a good podcast one. It doesn't really have commercials.
Yeah,
only the commercials that the episodes have. But CastBox is also really good. There's so many out there that so many platforms out there for podcasts. So definitely look at. You can find Randy's Rants everywhere. And thank you for another episode, especially this first episode of Stories from the South.
Mm-hmm.
But love you guys. Greatness one at a time.
Peace.
Get it.